Hi there, I am Cherish Richardson. Welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to go over all of the, look at this pile of sketchbooks. Last year I had this whole view of doing sketchbook reviews pretty often, but then I realized that I work in literally, this is 2, 4, 8, 9 sketchbooks all at the same time. So finishing one takes maybe a year, maybe 2 years, who knows? So some of these sketchbooks are actually done. I'm looking in this now. Some of them are done, some of them still have blank pages in them. So I'm just gonna mark off where I finished, and then I'll do more frequent sketchbook reviews because, I don't know, I loved it. I don't know what that was. I love the sketchbook and I love working in mine, so let's get into it. I'm gonna point the camera down and then we'll get into the sketchbook moment. See you in a minute. So first book, May 21, 2022. I don't know when I started writing the date in the books, but I'm sure after this you won't know what date things are, when I did whatever. So I started this book with a drawing of David Hockney, and I did it because I'm gonna do this. I did it because I'm reading a book by David Hockney, and not by him, but about him. I'm reading a book about David Hockney, and this picture of him struck me and it was fun and I liked it. So I went ahead and drew it. And I'll often do that. I'll draw out of a book or something like that because it's fun and it connects me a little bit more with the material. So this next drawing is actually of Cat Williams, and I drew it while I was watching his special. And no, it doesn't look anything like him because I wasn't trying to capture his likeness. I think I was just more fascinated with his coat. Look how, with the styles and everything. I love stage clothes. I think stage clothes are the most interesting thing ever because, you know, obviously you wouldn't wear them out and about, but on stage they look awesome. So yeah, you can see I went into more stars, more this, more that, whatever. And just trying to capture that whole thing. I have these little figurines in my office, and when I am in between drawings, I kind of draw figurines for practice. And I think I was in between a drawing because this was the start of thinking about the drawings of Yana and how I was going to structure them, how I was going to pull colors together. I had previously drawn Yana's mother and my friend Christina in colored pencil, and one was a blue, one was a pink, and purple. It was really cool. And I think this was the thinking about that. This says, build her from the red, pink with the color. I'm reading it upside down, so if I can't decipher my writing right hands. So basically it's just how I'm building this drawing, how is she going to emerge from the color. And I ended up abandoning this drawing, not because I thought it was a bad drawing, but because the image that I took wasn't giving me the vibe that I wanted. And that's something I've learned for myself, that I really need to take better reference photos if I'm going to do something from a reference, because it counts. This is the local library. I didn't know it's not a library, it's the Department of Water and Power. I'm going to admit to it, I was driving and took a picture out of the window with my camera phone, and who says camera phone? Anyway, I don't know what I was doing on these pages. Some pages are like this, they're just bleh, you know, they're nothing. Oh, this is from a drawing that I did where we went dancing and it was fun, and I was kind of learning. I think this book is a lot of learning about markers and other media, because I had never really used the markers and stuff before. This one is done in India ink. This stuff, Higgins India ink or fountain pen ink. I love it for fountain pens, but I also love it for just drawing. And it's probably one of my early early, like I've been doing it for a long time, but one of my first forays out into drawing from nature, drawing in the landscape. I think for me it was like, I had to kind of figure out what I liked about drawing in the landscape, because it wasn't a, like, ooh, this view. I'm not really interested in, like, you know, pastoral views or something like that. And getting out there and just doing something was fun. It was fun. I think this is just swatching some markers that I got. Yeah, that's it. Just swatching some markers. I have lots more markers. And then, of course, what you do with the markers after you swatch them, you play in the book. So that's what I did. This is not upside down. This is my view of this. I was getting my toes done, and the lady was doing the painting, and I decided to do. I didn't take a sketch. I actually took a photo and then drew it later. So, you know, oh my God, toe, the feet picture, you know. I feel like this book is a lot of couch drawings, but this is definitely, actually, this is this thing. This little, from Christmas last year, my brother's girlfriend gave me this little cute little plant, and it is still alive. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I kind of hone in on a object and just keep drawing it and keep drawing it and keep drawing it, and that's kind of how I learn. More little objects on my desk. Blick art store has all these little animals, all these little things. I'll get them and show you. But they have all these little animals, and you just buy them, and what I do is use them as models. They're so cute, and they don't talk back or move. So, and then from there I kind of do these like this is just like a contour drawing. Like, what the heck does this look like? You know, let me draw without picking up the pencil. Let me figure out this little angle and do all these little things with it. I think I was trying to figure out some, like, still life. I don't know what that, so like I said, some pages are just a mess. I don't know what that says, but if you can read it, cool. I see the tea painting is starting here. I did a whole painting of a teacup, and it was delightful. Oh, this is my friend Rachel that I told her I was going to draw her, and I never actually have really drawn her, but I did start a sketch. In the vein of keeping things around you that are just ready to be drawn so that you can draw them when you're, you know, otherwise occupied. I have a plant on my desk, and this is kind of what I did, and I was really fascinated with this. I forgot the name of the plant. It's like a something. It starts with a P. But I was really fascinated with building the color of the stem with the markers and with the pencil and everything. All right, so first things first, I took this book on a trip to New York. It was very fun, the book and the trip. And this is just the first drawing from the book, and it was in the lounge. You know, they have the American Express lounge. So if you have an American Express card, you can go and sit in the lounge, and the lounge is great. It has free food, you know, all this kind of stuff. And I decided to draw the table and the chairs while no one was sitting there, which was fun. And then this is at the Met. It's that structure they have, that Egyptian structure that they have. I don't know, I was kind of getting into it, so I was getting into the groove of drawing it. So it's 6/24/22. And I had fun. I had fun getting in there. I had fun drawing it. This is that street that the Met is on in New York with that long thing. And I think these drawings are kind of timid. Like the start here were kind of timid, but they do get better. Now this I actually drew in my book upside down. So it's the Statue of Liberty from the park. You know, you can kind of see it out over the water, so that was pretty fun. That was cool to see it from afar and from close up. And then this is that, now turn the look back. This is that mall where the train station is. I didn't realize it was a train station and a mall. So, yeah. I didn't realize it was both a train station and a mall, but it was great. And we had walked all over and got to the train station, sat down and drew these pictures. And of course the security guard comes by like, hey, you can't stay here. And so, you know, we got up because we're not about that rebel life. This is at the Wax Museum, and I had my husband posed like he was going to kiss the Statue of Liberty. I thought it was very funny. He didn't really think it was that funny. And it was on 6/26/22. That was my birthday. Was that 20? Yeah, 22. That was my birthday. And then this one was when I was feeling bold, and I did. We went to the Empire State Building and I took a photo out of the window. And then later on that night, I did this kind of cityscape, and I kind of love this. Even though it's like I said, I don't like pastoral scenes, but I do like this. So I can see myself doing more drawings of cityscapes and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's no but. I really like it. I really like it, and I'm gonna do it again. Okay. And then this scene is from the plane on the way back. So I was looking at the overhead bins, and then they had this little pattern thing, and I did it in ink, you know, just like a Lamy, yeah, the fountain pen. And I really like this one of the back of the seats and everything. It was really cool. Oh, I must have had empty spaces in here. So here's the Statue of Liberty. From the window. So my husband and I went on to we went on like a boat ride, like a ferry ride to the Statue of Liberty, and he went out on the bow of the boat with the big waves, and I sat inside, took my pictures, and drew my stuff. So I had a great time. And I think I drew a lot of these like afterwards, after the experience. I took pictures, and some of them I drew like on the spot, like this one. This was drawn on the spot. This was drawn on the spot, you know. So this was drawn from observation. So there's a mix in here of drawing from observation and drawing from photographs. So this one was drawn from photographs, and it's funny because I abandoned it. So you can see where I actually abandoned the drawing because I didn't think it was good. And then later on I looked at it and I was like, oh, I really like this drawing. I never went back and finished it, but it kind of taught me to see where the drawing goes before pigeonholing it into a bad drawing or a failed attempt or whatever. Speaking of failed attempts, this is just, you know, I doodle. This is just doodling. That's all that is. And then I think I got some pencils, and so I did a little swatch. I didn't think I was a swatcher, but I'm growing into a swatcher. I have this project in my head now to do like, you know, a whole sheet of purples and a whole sheet of reds and a whole sheet of whatever, just to see how I can explore colors, especially as I'm getting better at painting. This is at the nail salon. So I just do these little, I like doing these little scenes at places, you know. I think that's where I kind of lean toward, or I kind of lend myself towards like urban sketching and things like that. And, you know, I don't know, it's fun. This one, I think I was someplace in public. I can't remember exactly where I was, but this is another one that I do. If I'm in public and I just see people, I will do these like contour sketches, just, you know, quick sketch. Let's see where people are standing. Let's see how they stand. Let me just draw people because I'm often at home, you know, I work from home, you know, whatever. So I don't see people that often. And when I do see people, I kind of try to get the sketching done so that I can go off and, you know, see how things go. So this is, let me turn it this way. This is from a trip to Las Vegas. And I did draw the scene out of the window. Well, I didn't, this was a photograph because I was driving. I don't draw while I drive. But that's what came of that. And then this one, if you go back that way, let me just make sure things are lined up. Yeah, that one is, so the one here on top is my friend Veronica, and this is her opponent, and she's doing like a jiu-jitsu competition. That's why we went to Vegas. And let me tell you, there's things that spark your creativity, and this is definitely one. Actually, I'm still doing a series from that, or rather I'm starting the series that started in 8/22/22, so I'm coming into doing these drawings now of the jiu-jitsu moves. I love the contortedness, I love the abstractness. I can't wait to see where this goes. It's like I want to draw people, I want to draw places, but I kind of want to, you know, meld them together and see what happens. Oh, this is more from that night where we were out dancing and stuff, so I did this kind of expressionist drawing, which was fun. Let me see if I can show you the two next to each other. There you go. So those are the two that came from that dancing night, and I kind of love this kind of wash of color and things like that. And I think it's funny because now looking at it, I would be much more bold with my strokes, but then I was really learning the brush. I was learning more about painting with a brush and more about creating those strokes. Okay, this is definitely going to be a theme. I let people draw in my sketchbook. This is my nephew drawing in my sketchbook, and he's so fun, he's so cute, and he drew in it. Yep. This is Editing Cherish. I just realized this video is super duper long, so I'm going to split everything into 4 parts, and hopefully that'll be all of it. Also, I've listed all of the materials and sketchbooks below, so that, you know, if you want one, you can go and get it. Yeah, so video 1, I'll see you in the next one.